If you wanted to just knock that out before next week, I'm up for that.
You know what? On second thought, which is considering where I was remembering where you have to go, maybe it would be better to wait for Iggy for this one.
I don't like the sound of that.
It'll be way funnier.
Weird thing is, it says she's online on Discord.
Yeah, she's a friend she hasn't seen in a while is around, so she's doing some stuff with them.
Oh.
I love how we're playing like, the most like horror themed module, and we're waiting around so that we can have more comedy.
I mean,
I'll be frank, Raven. I didn't know what way things were gonna go when CT said Bang was gonna be in this game. You know, that it was her first D&D game ever.
I mean, it's fine. Like I remember my first D&D game, I played a Wemmick. You know what a Wemmick is?
No.
A Wemmick is like a centaur, but instead of a horse, it's a lion, and then a lion head. So it's like a lion man.
And also, to be fair,
I'll be right back. Sorry, one sec.
Okay. I was gonna say to be fair, he came into this game playing HK-47, so it's just like.
I mean, they're gonna send you back to the winery, so I was just thinking maybe Bang should be there for that.
But and also, I'll say this, CT, Raven plays a better HK-47 than your brother.
I mean, gotta set the bar a little bit higher, I think.
It's just that basically Jimmy played Warforged, but all he ever did to do it was just call everyone meatbag. Other than that, he just kind of threw firebolts. Oh yeah, Narissa, you ever managed to beat Hades again?
No, I got close a couple times, but I haven't had a good run like I did that time.
I beat him with the spear, and then the very next run, I beat him with the spear again because I just got two really good, like completely different builds. The first time it was that Daedalus hammer effect that's just like, oh yeah, your special attack is now just a fired explosive. So I just built special damage the whole run and, like curse and any debuff I could put on it. And the next run was the effect that was like, your dash attack hits 3 times. And I also had.
Sorry, guys.
Welcome back.
What were we saying?
Before you left, I was just gonna say, like, you play a better HK-47 than Jimmy did, because he made a Warforged Phoenix Sorcerer, and like all he ever really did was just call people meatbag.
So he was just literally tearing HK.
Yeah.
See, you need to be extra quippy to be able to beat HK. Like, you have to have that, like, wit. I'm not saying he doesn't have wit, but you need wit.
But yeah, the Hades thing I was saying was the second time around, your dash attack hits 3 times, your attacks apply Doom, and also the thing that makes Doom stack. So that made Doom hurt really bad for him. But I also had like 3 charges of Death Defiance and the Ares thing that was just like, you get a 15% damage buff for the encounter every time Death Defiance goes off.
All right. So let's just get some of this done, and we can get to the good parts next week. So, are you guys all on and ready to go?
Yep.
Or we could just say we did all this stuff. Skip to the good parts.
So you approach the town of Kresk. You crest the hill and you see the big 30-foot high walls with the tall, very thick-looking wooden gates. Atop the wall beside the gates are 4 townsfolk looking down at you nervously as you approach the walls. And one of them calls out, "Who goes there?"
Remind me what our purpose is.
We're
Bring
bringing
Irina.
We're bringing Irina here because we decided it was a good idea to let the Strahd lady be in charge of the other town.
that too, but also because we didn't do anything with the plot, presumably, and Strahd blew up the church in that town and attacked.
Alright. That makes sense. Well, I'm not going to introduce us.
I'll just shout, well, we're certainly not the Vistani.
They all shift nervously at the joke, and none of them laugh. They're like, "What's your business?"
Refuge.
They mutter to themselves, and we'll have to get the Burgermeister. And one of them runs off.
Another one? Hey,
I'll rub the back of my neck, just like, ooh.
You guys stand around a while. Eggy kind of just sits in the back eating potatoes, and Link Graham just stares blankly out into space as
Thinking about vengeance.
they're waiting for them to fetch the head of the town. Before finally another man comes back with the guard, and he's dressed nicely, but not ostentatiously or what's the word for it?
Gaudy?
Not as gaudy as the previous one. And he looks down and he says, "What brings you to Kresk?"
Valaki going to shit.
so eloquent.
Hey, I'm not a high charisma character.
What was the cause of Valaki going to shit, as you so elegantly put it?
The same cause as everything else in Barovia going to shit. Vampires.
Our village is small, and we don't seek to draw the ire of Strahd, nor do we seek to entertain his minions. What can you offer us to let you into our village?
I just like mutter so they couldn't hear me at this distance, but it's just like, what can you do to stop us?
Not open their 30-foot tall gates.
There's other ways to get in.
We can offer.
We're pretty good at killing things. You got anything that needs killing?
We don't venture from our walls, so there's nothing we need to be killed.
Alright, well, there's a shot.
Yeah, we just helped out at the winery. If you need a reference.
Our wine shipment is out of date. Is overdue. We haven't received our wine for over a month.
Didn't we just set that stuff back in order?
Well, yeah, but we escorted like one shipment back to Vallaki.
I guess that's true. Shipment may have been intercepted.
Well,
We can go check on your shipment.
if you bring the shipment to us, we can let you in. Though I will warn you, our village does not have need for gold. If you do come in, you'll have to earn your place.
That's reasonable.
Tell them Baron Kreskoff is waiting for his shipment.
You got it, boss.
Alright, and then he kind of just leaves. And the guards just kind of stare down at you while you stare up at them. They don't really have anything to say to you.
Hey, can you
Yeah, staring.
can you just add like something fucking stupid to Bing's inventory list? The next time she looks at it for her gold, just like fucking put Strahd's jockstrap there or something.
Love note
Why-
from Strahd.
Why would Strahd need a jockstrap?
I don't know, but that would make the confusion even greater.
Vampiric codpiece.
Alright, we can head back to the winery and we can mug Eggy on the way.
Like you don't
Win-win.
want to take a cross to the nuts.
I guess that's true.
And with this party, that's a real danger.
Yeah.
All right, let's go murder some.
Murder some what? We don't even know what the problem is.
Well, I just left that part blank. We can fill it in later.
It's good to have a form for this kind of thing.
I don't think Shaded Grove
Just a business card
likes
with a
Quillian
star
so much.
spot. Just a line to fifth
Time
out.
for us to kill. Please sign your name here. There you go. Insert
Please,
that
time
in.
to kill. Looks at paperwork that they just signed. This guy.
Just gonna draw a random card from this pile here. Oh, look, I only got one. It's you.
Hello, good people of... Looks at paper. Vallaki. I am...
I'm here to... Quillian looks at Shaded. Shaded shakes his head. Help! Shaded nods. You.
Look, everybody has things that they specialize in, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm still sticking with the fact that I haven't killed anyone that hasn't come at us first.
Well, except that guy you tried to snap his neck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was just trying to knock him unconscious.
You still came at him.
I guess snap
You
his
also
neck
broke
would not
into
be
his
like
house.
Yeah.
No, I didn't break into his house. I floated up through a window. They left the window open. It's an open invitation for someone with
It's still a
habitate to come in.
B&E.
And they had our friends captive. So who's the aggressor? The person who kidnapped somebody, or the person who broke into a house?
This was a lawful arrest.
So you guys are walking down the wolves, the road, and you hear howling all around you. And
Also,
You
sorry,
said-
Josh, I have to finish this thought before we get in here because lawful arrest, but the dude had dolls of her all over his wall.
What?
That was
I was
not a
talking about
lawful arrest. Oh, fuck Eggy. I'm not talking about her.
That was just straight up kidnapping. But
Yeah. So our initial motivation for going there was just. Ergo, I didn't kill anyone out of hand.
hey, slightly larger wolves.
There's some big wolves. Those are some large wolves.
See,
Arthas's initial cause of saving Lordaeron was just, so he did nothing wrong.
His biggest mistake was not listening to Uther. That's his biggest mistake.
No, as new lore in Shadowlands has let us know, he has made no mistakes. He was never in control. He was a good boy.
I feel like that's spoilery.
I don't think that would at that point be true either.
I'll kill you, Debia. You spoil shit for me, I will kill you.
Like he was entirely making his own decisions at Strathhold.
Yeah, they're based off of panic and
to be fair,
paranoia, but
Stratholm was the right decision in a messed up way, because at that
No.
point, what were you gonna do?
In all honesty, Uther and Jaina leaving was the problem there. It's like the weight of
yeah, he
those
lost
sins,
his rudder.
the weight of those sins split between 3 people. Maybe one of them wouldn't have broken so bad.
And I mean, Jaina would have been really good at clearing all that chaff.
Okay, squinting, this looks like 5 giant wolves with crossbows.
Whoa, what the fuck? Really?
Yep, they all have crossbows. These are
Actually, the size of that's probably like arbalists or something.
Oh, I see. They're jumping on somebody.
It's
They're,
a token that came with the module, CT.
I like mine better.
Fucking giant wolves with crossbows. Why?
Look, it's just a mix of the Houndmaster and the arbalist.
Clever girl. Even though they were nice enough to howl before we got here, they still had a really good initiative.
I mean, that's a very large wolf. It was probably a very scary howl. Oh, I guess we should probably
roll initiative. They're gonna eat you. That's their plan. They're gonna eat you. Except for really
Luckily, Eggy's
I'm
in
gonna
front.
get you too.
in the back,
Get it?
eating potatoes, hanging out with Irina, much to Irina's chagrin.
3, eat that, you stupid wolves.
Whoa, don't shame their intelligence, man. What the fuck?
I mean, I guess they are pretty smart for wolves if they're wielding crossbows.
They're smarter than a lot of people. Maybe these are like highwaymen wolves. They're like just looking to take our money.
I would.
On the old road, we found a woo. That's so stupid. That wasn't funny.
Alright, as the wolves leap out of the tree, the cat reacts first.
Okay.
Dog sense.
Sense doggos.
Hmm.
Woo!
I'm reading something. Hold on.
Reading.
Spell descriptions.
Nope. Dogs are running in at you. You can't think. No thinking aloud. Just react.
If I just no thinking aloud, my first instinct would be to throw Eggy at them. But
Quilly and her friends now. You better watch out.
he's got the crossbow, and this was more. That was more like a cessation of hostilities.
It's the closest Quillian's ever going to get to a friend, though. It's a station of hostilities.
Good point.
Just a fireball coming towards the party, and Eggy says to Quillian, "When that lands, everyone's gonna die."
Quillian says,
And he just
good.
and he just slowly turns and looks at her and goes, "Yes, yes, they will."
He hit.
Super bad.
Let's see. I managed to roll snake eyes on a divine smite. That was pretty good.
Right, your other attack. And
That's a lot of ones.
Getting them out of the way early.
Oh, right. I guess that's +3 to my AC. So I use my flourish.
is that everything for you before I move on to the next person, which is a dog?
No, that's everything.
Which is several dogs.
It's a dog or two. All right, the first dog. Actually, the one Shaded standing beside. It's gonna try to bite you. Is a 17 hit?
Oh.
Oh no. Next dog is gonna look between Quillian and Eggy and go for Eggy.
Cool decision. Start with the appetizers.
That hits.
Out of everyone in this group, I would be the worst meal by far.
Might make a decent chew toy, I guess.
They need some iron in their diet.
He actually manages to resist being knocked to the ground
It's
by a giant wolf.
ridiculously on strength checks.
This one is also going to go for Eggy because they want tasty, tasty gnome flesh.
They want a snack they can eat in one bite.
Oh boy.
Oh no, Eggy.
All right, Quillian, there's a giant ass dog, two giant ass dogs right next to you.
Well, the one that's right next to me is gonna get paffed.
You have the crossbow thing that you don't take disadvantage for being in melee range, right?
Correctamundo, friend.
It's defeat that completely removes all disadvantages to using crossbows.
I also have the feat that makes me ignore partial cover and 3/4 cover, and I get a ranged increase. Oh, it's just fantastic. But enough about me. Why is there a -3? What the hell?
Plus -3. What?
Sharpshooter on?
That ain't right.
Oh, it's -5 from the sharpshooter.
But it should be +10, so I should still be getting +5.
From what?
My hand crossbow,
And your
my
proficiency-
archery specialization, my dexterity.
7 plus
So it's-
4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 on the 17 there. And then the -3 is fight +2 for fighting style and -5 from sharpshooter.
Yeah.
So it's 14.
Wait, hold on. I roll 17. Oh, because that's including all the modifiers. That's a really shitty roll. Yeah, so it would be 14.
And you hit.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh, you take a meaty chunk out of that wolf.
Another one. Oh,
Alright,
that's still...
That's easy. And you kill it.
And the other one.
And that misses. And it hits. Actually, no, wait. 8?
Yeah, that would be 16.
No, it's 8 plus, because it's -3.
Oh,
11
13,
minus
yeah.
3. That misses. Still misses.
Is that right? Does it normally say that when you roll, you have like 29 plus your modifier? Or does it just roll it all together?
all together when it does the roll.
Do you have
So
like
I
a
want-
button selected that includes your
On the road where you
Yeah, I do,
roll
yeah.
modifiers.
So hold on.
Can you click the sharpshooter off? I wasn't sure if maybe that's what it is.
So why is it saying +2 now? Oh, is it... What?
Maybe it can't handle that many modifiers.
I don't know. Alright, well, sure. Okay, I missed the last one, let's just say. Moving along.
Alright, this dog is going to run at shaded. And we find the dire wolf one. Going to bite. Misses. But actually, no, it has an advantage because it's attack tactics.
Of course,
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
making a critical at that point.
Make a strength check.
Yeah, that's expected too.
It leaps on you and you're knocked to the ground. Alright, Eggy is going to scream at the top of her lungs in a loud, shrill, Eggy voice. And then she's going to try to smack it with the flub. Which misses. Alright, Ismark is going to try to stab the wolf beside him. He's going to take his longsword in two hands and swing. Misses. And he misses. Good job, Ismark. The other dire wolf is going to go for Ismark. I have no idea what Ismark's AC is. Oh, yep.
I have
hits him.
returned.
It doesn't show up on his token.
Oh, it does, yeah. It's a good bite on Ismark, and now it's Dire's turn.
Okay, the one between Shaded and Ismark. I'm gonna pop a key point and do this.
4 attacks.
Yep.
They all hit.
Like, I'm assuming one, if it kills it by, 2 or 3 in, I'll pop the other one at the other one in front of his mark. But let's see where this
Mhm.
flurry goes.
Okay. Still alive. Still alive. Just barely alive.
Damn. I guess I'll move right next to it then.
All right. Linkerham is going to swing a sword at the one right next to him. And he's going to kill it. I'm just going to move it to the side. And then he's going to step down and he's going to swing at the other one. And he misses. All right. Shaded's turn.
Alright, I cast invisibility.
Okay. You're invisible.
Alright, I get up and move away.
Do they give him a chance to make a perception check to see if you're still there? Or is that.
I have no idea.
I actually have no idea, so I'm going to say no. It gets confused because you just disappeared on it.
If it starts looking for him, but as long as it doesn't see him, it shouldn't be able to make an opportunity attack or anything.
All right, the dire wolf is going to. It's also going to try to get his mark. Misses. This dire wolf is dead. This dire wolf is going to bite Aggie. Hope, right? Bites Aggie real good. Aggie's not looking good. She's complaining really loudly and crying out.
So everything's normal.
All right, Quillian's turn.
Murder the one attacking Eggy because it's there.
Yeah, misses.
Oh,
Ouch. Still
that
misses.
sucks. All right. Wow.
Misses. The dice is
The universe does not want me to save Eggy. I guess that's what it's telling me.
just all those missed. Jesus.
I have never missed that many times. So I'm gonna take that as a sign and stop firing at that one. Okay.
Aggie's turn. She's just going to disengage and try to scramble a little bit back further into the cart here. And she's going to ineffectually huck a potato at the dire wolf, which does nothing. Ismark is going to swing his longsword at the one that's wounded. Misses. Misses. Good job, Ismark. Contributing. This one's going to bite Ismark. And hits. Alright, Dash turn.
Okay. The one just below his mark.
The one on the left or the one on the right?
Left.
Okay. You hit. You hit. And last one.
Bonus action. You know what? I'll spend another key point.
You hit. Hit. And it's dead.
They can really take a lot of punishment. But I guess they are dire wolves and not regular wolves.
Linkerham is going to try to kill the one just below him. And he does. All right, Shaded's turn.
I assume Shaded just got wrecked, and that's why he went invisible.
Yeah, I called the critical. Uh, I guess I'll just stab it.
Stab it real good. Roll the damage.
Was that one wounded?
No, that's not wounded. Well, it is now.
Let's use these on. Oh, another smite.
Ooh, you blast it. It's pretty close to death. Divine energy just pours out of your blade as you smash. Oop, roll the damage. How do you want to finish it?
However you want. It's a wolf.
All right, it's dead. How exciting.
Bleh.
Bleh. Exactly. So you guys do manage to find the big old paths that, made it through the woods. And are you going to follow along it? Just to take a quick look.
Yeah.
All right, and down the path you find 60 gold coins, just from travelers they've dragged back to their den and just scattered around the bottom of it. You don't really find anything else. Tattered clothing, bones.
60 gold. That's 20 gold each, guys. Why would we reward the people that aren't here today?
It's true.
Consider it an attendance award. I don't care about y'all. I'm putting 20 gold in my character sheet.
Hey, fuck it, why not?
Well, they didn't follow you guys down the path, obviously. All right, you guys make it back to the winery, and as you approach, a few ravens are circling overhead, and out comes the older winemaker.
So, how far did you want to go before, like, are we just gonna tie Eggy up in the potato sack, or are we gonna wait for her next week?
She is she's injured, and she doesn't want to deal with this guy because she hates him, and she's just gonna be grumpy in the back of the cart with Ismark. So you don't have to worry about Eggy.
Fantastic.
And he's like, comes out, he looks at the three of you approach, he's like, where's the little one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want her?
No. I'm asking because I want her to stay far away. I don't want to ruin another pair of shoes being stained by wine.
Oh, your concern is your shoes.
Yeah, if she hadn't thrown the wine on me, she was almost kind of comical in the dumb way.
That is her.
I don't remember the name of that guy that asked us to come here.
Baron Kreskov.
Right.
So what brings you all back here?
They're visiting Kresk, and apparently Baron Kreskov is missing a wine shipment. He sent us to go check it.
Well, we don't have another shipment for Kresk prepared yet. We sent out the wine barrels we had on hand to Valaki. Heard that went well. Town's doing great, I hear.
Yeah, it's doing super.
Under new management.
Well, your son's not dead, so I'm sure you're thrilled.
Always next time. It's gonna take a bit to get. We have to finish getting the last batch of wine made after the one that was in the vat already was ruined.
Do you not have magic?
uh,
Do you not magically make this one?
Still have to.
that was the gems.
Yeah, we put the gem back in, so the grapes are growing again.
But yeah, it takes a little while.
Still
It's
have
gonna-
to ferment it.
It's gonna take a day or two to get this what we had left ready.
Very well. I will wait. And I just stand there.
In the meantime,
You got any other problems that could help you with? All right, guys.
you've seen a few more of those blights and druids poking around the area recently. Some reason I thought you'd taken care of that problem, but
We killed all of them on the hill. I mean, the
We
blights
did
I can
mention that
understand.
we didn't know to dig up that tree. Or at least most of us didn't. Shaded looks at the wagon.
How she knew that, I don't even know. Why she didn't tell us, I know even less.
so if you don't mind, I'm not going to ask you to go back to the. Who knows what the tree's doing right? If it's healed or if it, what. But it does have a few blights still under his control. So if you can just clear them out of the forest around the winery, I'd be appreciative.
Yeah, sure. It's something to do.
Since they're all really shitty, I'm not going to actually make you guys, do it. But that's just how you're going to pass the next couple days.
Yeah, you mean you're not gonna make us roll for killing 80 twig blights?
Yeah, 80 things with 6 health now.
80 things with the stat block of a commoner?
No. So, it's,
It'd
you
be
guys
like
go.
killing Valaki.
Yeah, essentially. We finished the job. You guys go hunting through the woods. There's a few close calls with some ambushes, and Aggie comes out of it a little bit thornier. But for the most part, it's alright work. And at the end of the second day, there's another wagon filled with. Or Ismark's wagon is loaded up with the wine, and he gives the wine or the winery owner gives you a nod. I forgot his name. And I appreciate your help around here. And he pulls out a few bottles of wine. I don't really have much gold to reward you with, but I can give you some of the good stuff we had left.
I don't drink.
What do you charge these towns anyway? Like for your wine?
He just smiles. Enough.
That's not really quantifiable.
Nope, it is not. And then is there anything else I can help you with?
Right.
That must escort the shipment to Crest.
You guys can also set your health back to full if you got injured, by the way. Well, I wish if you guys need anything, just let me know. You guys have more than earned whatever help we can give here. And he just mutters. He's not really good at saying goodbye.
It's getting all teary-eyed.
Maybe a little bit.
If you run into any problems that need killing, let us know. Because that appears to be what we're good at.
And
You are so jaded.
if you do
Jaded
see,
girl.
if you do see any of our magic gems, please. I'm sure the town would appreciate it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess what the locations you mentioned before, like, yep, Strahd's castle in Baba Lysaga, like,
I think it was on that hill where that green question mark is, right? Is that the
The Q? Or no, you don't see that. I think it's you, actually. Yeah. Alright, you don't see that either. The yellow X.
I see it. By the way, that gem that whereabouts are currently unknown. What did it look like? Just in case we actually do run into it, so we don't just overlook it.
Well, it looks like a glowing red gem.
Ah, glowing red gem. Gotcha. At least that way we'll know if we see a glowing red gem that's the right one.
are both the gems red or just the one?
Nope, the
Well,
other
the
one's
other-
yellow.
Red, yellow, and green. Got it.
Red, yellow, green. Ha ha ha. Alright.
If we see anything that's glowing or red, it's probably the gem or death.
Oh,
Yes.
Also, you seem pretty old and knowledgeable about Barovia.
Are you
God,
calling me old?
Yeah, kind
You
of.
are old.
You act the part. It's not a negative though. Getting to, being even kind of old in this place seems like an accomplishment.
Go on.
God, I'm trying to remember the prophecies, like the treasures we need to look for. I was gonna ask him if he knew where any of the others were.
Like the White Tower
They're-
and the
They're pinned in the score.
cask that's of old wine that's dry.
Yeah, we got that one already. But
We got the one with the wood and sand.
yeah,
That's a different one.
I was just trying to remember the ones that we hadn't gotten, and I was gonna try and avoid mentioning the one that we stole from their stores.
They're going to mention casks that contain the finest of wine, of which not a drop remains, and go to the mountains, climb the White Tower guarded by golden knights.
The third one is kind of in the mountains, probably. With the White Tower.
But yeah, was gonna ask him if, like, either of those, like, if any of that meant anything to him, like, because he would probably have the lay of the land a bit.
Well, he thinks for a minute.
It's like it's vague, but it seems to hold some weight for now.
You've been spending too much time around the Vistani, I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, it's worked out so far. I mean, the ones that
But
aren't assholes carrying swords on the road.
he thinks Well, the one place we haven't delivered wine to would be Strahd's castle. He's thinking maybe his old wine cellar might be. You have to find a way into the castle, though.
That sounds dangerous.
As for the other one, the mountain, the only mountain that's not locked away from us by the. He motions towards the mist in the distance. Would be towards Solenka Pass. It's dangerous there. Snow and the. Well, I haven't been there in a long time, so
As long
can't
as they're not
imagine the.
Wendigos.
Well, don't have to worry about that as long as you don't eat each other. He looks at Eggy.
Yeah, that would be the one to worry about. But we can always just knock her out.
Alright, I'm just trying to pull up my map of Barovia. So I will mark. Well, I don't need to mark Strahd's castle on the map. You guys can figure that the goddamn out. But I will mark Solenka Pass on your map if you wanted to go there whenever I can find it.
There's Dracula's castle right here.
Strahd pair of fangs on the map. You got it.
But yeah, completely out of character. But I do find it weird how the like the thing says to seek out the brother of the Devil's Bride. It's like he hasn't left. He hasn't left the group since we encountered him.
Well, you haven't found a safe place for Irina yet, have you?
Well, we did. We just didn't maintain it.
Well, I don't think anywhere is a safe place for Irina in this place.
So I have marked with a green X and a circle around Solenka Pass.
Unless she can learn how to keep a disguise.
Irina looks at you and is like, maybe you could learn not to ruin towns.
Now, to be fair, the ruination of the last one only half had something to do with us. Like the Strahd attack, presumably they would have just killed the mayor themselves after he attacked and blew up the church.
We're only 50% to blame.
Totally taking way more credit than I think we deserve.
Alright, anyways, you guys leave. Because he's not very good at goodbyes. Unless you wanted to stay for some reason.
Nope. Deliver the goods.
Ooh, I rolled that on the counter table before. Let's see that. By the way, you're getting a random encounter in case you didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
So as you guys walk around, wind your way around the trail back towards Kresk. I'm just reading the story that goes with this one. You see something shuffling along the road. It's about man-sized.
Is it making any effort to not be seen?
Nope, it's just walking down the road. It's in a tattered chainmail outfit. And it's just slowly walking towards you. It almost looks
Sorry,
like a
what?
zombie.
What is it? Is this a person?
Person size, and it looks kind of like it could be a zombie as it's walking towards you.
Last time we saw something like this was any indication, Lingerham's just going to charge forward and try and attack it.
Like, would Linkerham be able to detect if it's an undead or not?
I mean, he didn't really check last time.
Well, last time, wasn't it a skeleton on top of a skeleton horse?
Yeah. Could have been a construct.
You want to take a closer look as it's walking towards you?
Yeah.
It's not pretty far away from it.
Roll an insight check. So Dyer, as you could tell as it's walking towards you that it might look like a zombie with the pale skin and sunken eyes, but within that sunken eyes you can see intelligence and hatred.
Order?
Does it seem to be directed towards us?
From what you can tell, it doesn't look like it's directed towards you.
You know what? I guess Dyer will walk forward. If no one else is going to. Like, I feel like Eggy would have loved this to try with her big, dumb, aristocratic clothes, but I won't pretend to be able to fill in that insanity. But yeah, Dyer will ask, "Hey, you alive?"
No more than anybody else in this land. He kind of prepared. The man, with his rusted armor, everything looking very tattered and shabby other than the gleaming longsword, shifts his stance slightly. Are you with Strahd or against Strahd?
Well, he sure likes fucking with us.
He tilts his head slightly.
Against.
I was going to ask what answer he prefers.
If you're against Strahd, I suggest you join those willing to fight him. Argen Volstolt, to keep under our leader of the Order of the Silver Dragon, Vladimir Horngard, could use more help.
That was a lot of words.
Strahd's amassing an attack. I was sent out by my lord to look for more help, and if you just look, you kind of can tell just by looking at him that this guy's been wandering around for a long time.
What makes you so certain your order still exists?
He likes taking it back. My order cannot fall to the likes of Strahd. We're holy warriors. He stands no chance against us. But
What's the
it's
place
better to
Strahd
be
was mounting an attack against?
Control, so stuff
yeah.
like
Blah 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 blah. Argen Volsholt. I can't pronounce it probably. I'm sure it's very Swedish or whatever. Transylvanian.
Swedish.
Whatever.
if they're fighting against Strahd, we could offer our help.
Wonder if they still exist.
Couldn't hurt to check.
He kind of showed. If are you going to head there immediately, or he kind of looks at your wagon? Do you have other tasks to do first?
Yeah, we do have one obligation at least to take care of.
Very well. He marks. He motions for you to bring out your map, and he shows you where Arkenvold the place is. And
Arguably still.
make all haste towards there as soon as you're free of your obligations.
Specific. Keep pronouncing the name.
It's like the way I'm just having that scene play out in my head. Yeah, the knight of this place who can't pronounce his own order's name, like just walks up and everyone he's talking to can say it fine.
Shut up. Rocks fall out of the clear sky and kill Dyer.
My own.
Alright. Now, if you'll pardon me, I must go find more help.
Safe travels.
And he kind of just continues to, like, slowly. Well, he doesn't think it's slowly, but slowly walk past you.
Probably the nicest guy we've met in Barovia.
Eggy throws a potato at him and he draws his sword.
Fuck.
No.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta put the baby to bed.
Maggie, you'll piss off someone that'll kill her. But
God, there was a moment today where I was doing some stuff outside and I just put on one of my podcasts and it was the D&D one. And there's just an episode earlier on where they're freaking out at one of the other party members because he gave a guard in a town 5 silver for information. It's just like stop giving away your money, and it's just like then I think to Eggy just like giving this guy 100 gold for no reason. Valaki, you're okay.
I don't know how to drag across all these different maps without just dropping you as I go.
No, I get you. Like, most of the time, I just have the benefit of archiving old maps. But it's just like, we're revisiting a lot of places in this, so you don't really have that option.
Alright, be right back a second.
Yeah, Sainer said the main annoyance I'm having with Hades lately is if you have multiple plot lines going with a single character, you can only ever have one voice line at a time between runs.
Everybody back?
I don't know about Raven. And I think Narissa might have gone AFK, I don't know.
What?
Oh, hey.
Right. Who's here?
I'm
Me.
here.
All right. Well, wait for Raven. What's this game you guys been playing?
Hades.
You ever play Bastion?
Nope.
You ever play Transistor or Pyre?
Nope.
Basically, a roguelite with that's based on Greek mythology. It's pretty fun. It's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It paces out the new stuff and new lore and stuff you get pretty well. And the characters are pretty nice. You play as the Prince of the Underworld, Zagreus. Okay. I found something weird and decided, okay, the run's not going the worst, so I looked up what the hell this was before. I found a thing for a secret boss fight. Have you found that? Have you found the gold that you can borrow, Narissa?
Sorry, guys.
Oh, welcome back.
You weren't just waiting for me, were you?
Yes.
Mostly, yes.
Why?
This is pretty much it for tonight.
Oh, like we're at the end.
You guys are gonna get into the village, and that'll be it for tonight.
Oh, all right.
So, approach the giant gate again, and you see one of the guards spot you and run off. And he quickly comes back with Baron Kreskov. Baron looks down and notices you guys have exactly what he asked for, and he has a smile on his face. He goes, "Oh, that was quite expedient of you. I wasn't expecting you to actually come back."
It turns out it was just taking them a while to get enough wine to actually send a shipment. After the
Oh,
problem before.
there's problems there?
Yeah,
We don't get much news from the outside since nobody leaves and nobody really ever comes here.
Yeah, that
years
was
ago,
the thing we mentioned before about helping out at the winery.
years ago we had to help them clear out some. I guess it was some blights and some rather nasty druid.
Bush infestation.
Ah, he nods. A bunch of things infesting their bush. He makes motions like, as I said, held up your end of the bargain so you may enter the town. Like I said, gold won't do you much good here as everything in this village is self-contained. If you're going to stay here, you need to help chop wood, help with the animals, help take care of things. And he motions to the guards, and they disappear into the towers. And after a few moments, you hear a creaking noise as the bar behind the gate is being lifted, and the gate starts to swing open.
So is this going to be a safe space to leave her? Or...
Fuck it up.
Yeah, there's the key right there.
If we don't, someone else will.
I mean, we might have to actively keep it a safe place.
We'll just have to be a little more careful because I think we're out of safe spaces after this.
Alright.
So as you guys start heading in, Ismark turns to you and is like, "I will speak to the Baron to find a place for us to stay. If you guys help out around town, maybe take a look around."
Yeah, we ought to be okay. I'm pretty sure most of us have an actual trade we can use.
And he looks at all of you. Who's in charge of taking care of any kind of just motions when Iggy isn't looking?
We'll just put her in a papoose around Quillian's neck.
Oh, yeah, that seems.
It's like fucking Krang.
If she gets out of hand, Quillian can just strangle her.
Now I'm just imagining Bangs, not Bangs, but Eggy's head just in the middle of Quillian's stomach. Are you calling me small? Fucking, I wasn't really going for Crane. I was just thinking like, oh, the size of a baby.
I know, but that's where I went, because I was just like... Not that she'd be the brains, but you know what I mean. Anyway, sorry to rush out the door, guys, but it's been a hectic night, so I gotta step out.
That's fine.
Right?
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good
Night,
night.
Raven.
I mean, better to have that happen when we're missing half the people.
Yep, that's why I just wanted to get rid of that little side quest. You guys can get straight to the fun part next week.
We can tell Bang Eggy had missed her chance to yell at the vineyard.
Yep, the one thing that would have